It's the kid, 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 it's your main man here, Double H half full, trying to live, trying to stay alive, man, trying to be the best guy that I can be. So we're coming in here for another Friday night Q&A, man, question and answer, man. Guys, it's been a big week, man. It's been a big week for the CL, for the Champions League, for the Europa League, and so forth. And yeah, man, it's been quite eventful. So I'm just waiting until everybody can fully get in, so everyone can have their chance to obviously try and hear my answers to these questions live. So so look, my food is getting prepared right now. It's in the oven, so probably after I do the questions sent in via the website, then I'll be able to get my food, and then I will be able to eat and munch while I hear your live answer your live questions for the next few hours or so, because we try and make this a nice, good old marathon, man, of footballing loveliness, man. But yeah, man, look, man, it's, so remember, guys, Saturday hangout, we're going to discuss Mbappe. Saturday hangout, 10 p.m. GMT. Everybody's invited. It's an open mic for everybody to come in, and I'm going to talk Mbappe. I am going to talk Mbappe. We're going to talk PSG. We're going to talk Barcelona. We're going to just talk about all of the massive events that have unfolded this week, and maybe even address something that has actually been sent into the questions, which is La Liga. Is it the decline of La Liga? Is La Liga finished right now? Are we seeing the end of the La Liga reign that has been around for so long? So that's going to be on Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, man. Like, I'm beginning to feel it. I'm beginning to feel the magnitude of what's happening on Tuesday. So Sunday is our CL thing. But remember, tomorrow, if you're obviously it may be too early for you for guys in America, but like obviously guys in the UK, or if you are on the East Coast, 12:30 Chelsea against Southampton, I'll be on Twitch. So join me on Twitch while for a watch along of the Chelsea Southampton game via Twitch, and I might go on Twitch again for the Everton Liverpool game. See what I go on in there, just my running commentary of what's happening in that game. So but you know what the deal is, man. CL, man, guys, CL. The Europa was alright. Europa was alright, man. I think that's I was surprised by how Sociedad got touched by United. I mean, like, you've got to give them credit, because rather than saying, "Oh, Real or Sociedad, you complete bunch of losers and morons," let's give all of the dub. Let's give all of the dub. But Ole did that. Ole came in and he did that, and he performed. So you've got to give Ole that credit. And I think Arsenal, bro, those guys look impressive. Zidane, why do you allow Martin Odegaard to go? That's a quality player. It's a quality player. So I think without further ado, let's try and get these questions in. Where the heck is my mouse? Okay, there's my mouse. Thank you very much. So let's start off with question number uno. Question number uno. There we go. So our first question of the day is from Fakamisa. Fakamisa, thank you for sending your question. It says, HH, do you think an African footballer based in Africa can win a CAF Champions League and the UEFA Champions League, or is the quality of African football not good enough? Thank you for the question, Fakamisa. Got to keep it a stack with you, bro. The quality in African football is just not on the same level of European football. Think about it. African football, or the CAF Champions League, is mainly Africa. You might get the odd guy from Asia, maybe the odd guy from Europe, but it is mainly African players. And it's not the best African players, because the very best African talents, they're playing in Europe, and they're playing in the Champions League. And what is the Champions League? The Champions League is not the finest in Europe, it's the finest of the world. The best South American players play in the Champions League. The best African players play in the Champions League, and the best European players play in the Champions League. Hence why whoever wins the Champions League is officially the best club in the world. So that's why whenever guys said, "Oh, this guy is the best in Europe," he's not the best in Europe. He's the best in the world. If you are the best player in the Champions League, or you're the best player in the European leagues, you're the best in the world, because in the Copa Libertadores and so forth, those are not the best South American players in the world. No, they're not, because the best South American players in the world have either moved to Europe, or they're moving to Europe. The best African players in the world, the best African talents have either moved to Europe or they're moving to Europe. It is just what it is. Europe is the centerpiece, is the nucleus, is the core of where all the best talents are. So it is very unlikely that, okay, all because an African footballer who's based in Africa can win a CAF Champions League. If it's to move to the European sector, it's far too high. It's the degree of difficulty, the dot is huge, because he is playing within a league that ain't really popping off. It ain't really popping off in terms of dot, in terms of quality and talent. Now that's to say that it does not mean that it's impossible. It's just that he's going to find it extremely hard and find the competition much harder than what he did on African, man. So thank you for the question, Mr. Fakamisa. Next question we have. What do we have here? Here we go. So let's pump the brakes in. Share screen. Application window. From Brov. Hey, thank you, Brov. Thanks, Brov. Thoughts on Germany in the next World Cup? How will they do in 2022? Thanks for the question. So, how old is Timo Werner? So, Werner, age. Werner is 24. He turns 25 in March. So, he's going to be 26 when the World Cup rolls through. Havertz is going to be 22 in June, which means that he's going to be 23 by the time that rolls through. Let me just say a bit. Young German players. Because my thing is that I think Germany will have to go through a complete rekindling. So as of right now, because I'm just looking at some of these names here, Florian Wirtz, who is apparently going to replace Kai Havertz. He's 17 years old. Karim Adeyemi, obviously Nigerian, and Bright Aqua Array Imbi. And you know what? It's funny when you listen to these names, it goes back to the question it goes back to what we were saying before, which is the fact that it's going to be very hard for an African team to win the World Cup, because when you hear those names, those are obviously guys based in Africa who obviously are now moving to Germany. If we're looking at that next World Cup, I think that the eyes are on France, Portugal, maybe Belgium, and keep your eye on Italy. Keep your eye on Italy this summer, and keep your eye on Italy for the next World Cup. Because Italy, because I'm looking at Verratti is still there. I'm looking at Barrea coming in through. You have your boy Romagnoli. I mean, Italy have a little crew. Italy have a little crew that people should be keeping their eyes on. And I don't think Germany have the units, I think, ready to do something on that World Cup. Because when you look at 2010 and 06 and 2010, and why that was so key is I remember the impact they made in 2010. I still believe they were the best team. Spain won it, but they were the best team. 2010, Germany beat 3 teams. No, Germany put 4 goals past 3 teams at that World Cup. How many World Cups can you name where a team puts 4 goals past 3 different teams? Which is crazy. Because you just know, okay, now this is a new generation because of you had Ozil, you had Khedira, you had Muller coming in through, but you had the old guard of Klose, you had Lam coming in through. It was a blend of true quality veterans in a Klose and these amazing young exciting players in a Khedira, Muller, and Ozil. So it was a group. Really, the only guys that we have on the map, ironically, they both play for Chelsea, as Kai Havertz and Timo Werner. Is Timo Werner really what Klose was? Nah, I don't think so. Is Kai Havertz what Ozil was? Remember, you can insult Ozil only once, but peak Ozil was different. Peak Ozil was different. Peak Ozil was there was not a Ozil at his peak was the best playmaker in the world. There was no better playmaker than Ozil. If you look 2010 to 2012, he was the best player in his position. I would argue he was better than Iniesta in terms of the playmaker position. Iniesta was a better, more complete player because Iniesta had better ball control, better dribbling, he could finish and everything. But in terms of passing, creativity, and playmaking, there's no better playmaker than Ozil. You can't say that for your boy Havertz. So, quarters max. I don't see them getting past the quarters because but it depends who they face. But if Germany face Italy, I don't see them beating Italy. They don't see them beating Portugal. I don't see them beating France. I don't see them beating Brazil. I think they'd struggle against Argentina. So I think if they face a formidable team, specifically that have individuals, because if you're facing Argentina, you're potentially facing Messi, Lautaro Martinez, Dybala, Ocampos. If you're facing Brazil, we know we hate him and everything. You're facing Neymar. You're possibly facing a much improved Rodrigo and a much improved Vinicius. France, you're facing Mbappe. You're facing Griezmann and so forth. Portugal, you're facing Bruno Fernandes. You're facing Cristiano. You're facing Andre Silva and so forth. So I don't think this team is ready yet. I think 2022 is not their work, but I think 2026, when Werner is now 27, 28, Havertz is now 25 to 26. And I think by 2022, those guys I named who are now 17, 18 will now probably be 22, 23. I think they'll probably be in a better position to say something. Although, I'll leave it with this. If Germany roll up to 2022 with Nagelsmann as a manager or someone different, or let's just say Klopp. Let's just say things go crazy at Liverpool and Klopp rolls up into 2022 with Germany, then they could do something. Because I think Germany is in need of what they did in 06, which is in need of a radical philosophical change to their football. So yeah, thank you for that question, big man. So, next up. All right, now this is where things get interesting, man. Let's see. No, sorry. Application window. There we go. So, from Father Abraham, are La Liga teams being destroyed by quick counter-attacks, direct plays? It seems as if counter-direct teams are more efficient. PSG, Porto, United, Dortmund, etc. So look, I think this week we saw something. And I think this links into another question that I got asked, but you'll see it when that question comes through. But let's just focus on this question. Is that look? So we saw Barca get touched. We saw we saw Barca get touched. We saw Sociedad get touched. We got Sevilla almost pretty much gets touched. And there seems to be a pattern, which is that Barcelona, Sociedad, Sevilla stuck to their passing game. Intricate, keep it on the ground, form triangles, and try to get through with that progressive pass after like 4, 5, 6, 8 passes. Whereas the teams that were playing is get the ball as quickly to the danger men as possible with as few passes as possible and try and just hit them very direct. And they seem to be susceptible to that. And I think that, what people need to understand is things change. Tiki-taka ruled from 2009 to 2012. Like that victory, that 4-0 victory was like the perfect footnote of tiki-taka. Where you say, bro, during this period of 2009 to 2012, nobody could figure it out. Now, I'm doing a video on it, and I'm going to give you an idea as to why people didn't figure out tiki-taka. But you're going to give it credit that for that period, that's psychosis of passing, controlling the ball, nobody could deal with it. And if you even look at the Europa League and Sevilla, who won 3 Europa Leagues in a row, that is the philosophy they stuck with, and no team knew how to deal with it, no team knew how to nullify it. But I think things change, and it's so fitting that it's not happening as we're now really fully getting into the next decade, in 2020, 21, where you may now see an aggressive shift into what you had back in like the 2000s, like late 90s, 2000s, like 2000 to 07 or 08, when Premier League teams were really ruling, where you may now see more teams now saying, okay, now we want that pressing and so forth, but we want you to get the ball to the inside forward as quickly as possible. Remember, tiki-taka, the main guys for tiki-taka were the midfielders. Really clever, incisive midfielders, and then you have your false nine. But what we've now seen in the last few years is the emergence of the inside forward. Real Madrid didn't play tiki-taka. So I think really the guys who may have like really aggressively pushed the philosophy change is Real Madrid. Because when you look at that three-peat that they did, what was it about? We get that ball to the inside forward as quickly as possible. Impact. Boom, 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 shoot. Boom, 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 shoot. We're not here to keep possession of the ball. How do we harm and hurt and make an impact on the opposition as quickly as possible, which is what the Real Madrid were on. So I think that, La Liga teams may have to think about, okay, do we have to tweak or rethink about our philosophy and so forth to sort of cope with what these guys are doing? And do we have to now think more about how we now set up defensively? Because my big issue watching the Sevilla game was there's no incisiveness. Maybe you needed to start with Luke de Jong and actually say, okay, we can keep the ball, but get the ball to someone and get it across. Try and take a shot rather than just try to score the perfect goal. For Barcelona, you don't have a striker, and so much is being put onto Messi, and you're now facing a team who are now aggressively tackling you and not allowing you to play your football. Because this whole passing thing has been around for so long, teams spend time looking at it. Okay, how do we close them off? Okay, what is our shape? How do we double team? How do we close off the spaces? How do we congest? How do we make it difficult for them to get those triangles through? So, you may be seeing a shift, and it happens. It's what happens. So you may be seeing a shift of where more direct teams are now playing. Bayern Munich. I think that was a perfect example. And it was so fitting that they did it against Barcelona, because for Hansi Flick is we press high, relentless, recycle. We are hitting you as quickly as possible. Alphonso Davies, the replica as well, you go high up and you quickly hit that cross, pass, boom, 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 pass, cross, hits, boom, shoot on side to go. So it's relentless, and it's just a wave after a wave of attack, and we are trying to create as many chances as possible. We're trying to create as many opportunities with as few passes as possible. So Bayern just said, no. This is the new wave now. This is the new wave of a different tack to attacking that is now less reliant on quick passes and more so as quickly finding the space, exploiting the space and popping off those shots and those chances, man. So that's the thing. So thanks for that question, man. And now this was one that was similar to it. So if I can just bring this up, there we go. And I think this is from a Football Hub member. Mr. Almadis, who says, why are the Premier League fanboys so insecure? They're so quick to jump to conclusions about La Liga being finished based off 1 week's results in Europe. The truth is, this isn't a big enough sample size to judge the quality of a league. We'll see at the end. Besides, when La Liga were dominating and Premier League teams were getting knocked out in the last 16 quarters nearly every season in the past decade, I didn't hear this much noise about Premier League being overrated or finished. Premier League fanboys need to keep the same energy. Just shows you how desperate they are. In fact, it wasn't even a Premier League team that did the damage. It was a French team and German teams who beat these in La Liga teams. Zero shame. No, look, which is why I just say, it's how you have a very narrow-minded view of things. Because the notion is, the Premier League is the best league in the world, it's the biggest league in the world and everything. then I'm like saying that. First of all, it's hard to say whatever is the best league. But okay, if we want to now have that argument, okay, Premier League is the best league in the world. Okay, let's look at the past decade. So from 2010 to 2020. So Chelsea won in 2012. Liverpool won in 2019. And I think United won somewhere in there. In that decade, we had 2011 Barcelona. 2011 Barcelona won the Champions League. 2015 Barcelona won the Champions League. 2014, so that's right. So 2014, 2016, 2017, 2018, Real Madrid. And we know that Sevilla did a three-peat. So in those 10 years, you had 10 victories in Europe. 10 victories in Europe, which is, okay, let's see the best of the best. 10 victories in Europe came from Spanish sides. So statistically, La Liga were the best for the past decade. So as you said, to not say La Liga is finished because of one round of games makes no sense. It makes no flipping sense. And as you said again, the Premier League team that did the damage was Man United. And they're playing Real Sociedad. When last were Real Sociedad ever in Europe? Like Real Sociedad, and they're not Deportivo La Coruña, they're not Valencia, they're not Sevilla, Atletico, Real Madrid. These are known European teams. Like Real Sociedad, they just got here. So this is like the first season where they've actually had like a really good season. So these guys are European tournament virgins. But again, it's like even if we look at what happened in the Champions League, Dortmund Sevilla, that's 3-2. And I still think that is 50-50. Yeah, Dortmund got that, but it is still 3-2. Barcelona against PSG. We know Barcelona. We know what's up. Have you seen that team? That is the worst Barcelona team I've ever seen. Ever since I've been watching football since the mid-90s, that is the worst Barcelona team I've ever seen. So how do we not extract that and say, oh, La Liga is now trash? No. Like, we can't say La Liga is trash right now because let's now see who wins, not only who wins the European competitions this year, who wins it next year. 3 years. So after 10 years, let's stack it up. Last 10 years, Spain ruled the roost because the winners, they judge by it. I think for the Premier League, I told you, I speak to people who, they say they don't watch any football outside of the Premier League. I'm like, why not? So like we have the Milan derby happening on Sunday. You're not going to watch the Milan derby. So if your team isn't playing, which I don't think that it's unlikely that your team will be playing at 2 p.m. on Sunday, you're not going to watch the Milan derby, or you're not going to watch Bayern Dortmund, or you're not going to watch Real Madrid against Barcelona or Real against Atletico, because football is for football. Because my thing is that if, let's say, you say, okay, I support a Premier League team, I don't watch any football outside of the Premier League, I'll say, okay. So this was my question is, are you a football fan? Or you just support your club? And because you support your club, you just support everything within your club. I'm like, It's like how Liverpool fans said to me that, oh, it means something more winning the Premier League than the Champions League. I was like, what? That makes no sense. So how Liverpool fans are like, man, United, they've won the Premier League more times than us. And everything. Yeah, you've won the Champions League six times. So that is an argument for you saying, no, you are bigger than Man United. Because, see, it's the elitism mentality that just drives me crazy. Because people say, oh, no, United are one of the biggest clubs in the world. How many Champions Leagues have they? How many European trophies have they won? You can't be one of the biggest clubs in the world because you've won so many Premier Leagues. You see, it's that notion of like, oh, because they've won so many Premier Leagues, they're one of the biggest clubs in the world. No. Your stature is judged by the CL. The league, that is the biggest in your country or in your domestic thing. You being one of the biggest in the world is your CL. Why are Real Madrid the biggest club in the world? Because of the amount of Champions Leagues they won. That is why they are the biggest, they're the most feared. That is why that shirt is heavy. That shirt is heavy because of their Champions Leagues. Liverpool, it's just that because Liverpool fans are so entrenched in like, oh, Man United, local rivalries. They don't get that. No, you've won 6. And there's a very good chance that you could win 7. So yeah, like that whole thing of like La Liga being finished, like you can't say that. Let's see 2030. Let's look back at the decade and see, okay, how many European trophies have the Premier League teams won? It's not about, because we know how many European trophies that the Premier League teams won. Then we can now see how good the Premier League truly is. Because my notion was, even in that game, Sociedad against Man United, United beat them. But I liked Sociedad's football. They played really good football. Now, really good football doesn't equate to you winning. So when we now talk about the leagues, is what are we trying to say here? If you now say which league is the best in terms of putting who are now more successful, let's say your European wins. Now, which league is the best in terms of quality of football? That's subjective. And for me, the quality of football played in La Liga, I think, is the best. Because the way they play the football, how technical it is, because I'm more drawn to the technical side of the game than the more physical side of the game. So technically, watching La Liga is just the better brand of football, but that doesn't mean that they're going to win. So, I do think, as I said, bigger sample size, and you have to see what happens at the end of a decade, man. All right. Thank you for that, Mr. Almadist. So, where are we going in here now? All right, man, we've got a few questions, man. So, let's check this one out. Notification window. From AA1, thank you for the question, AA1. Goals and assists are killing the game, man. People are saying Werner hasn't been bad this season because his goals assists is 19. I appreciate stats, but people are becoming lazy now. Putting goals and assists to inflate the impact of players is becoming annoying. Stats merchants. Stats are helpful. They're helpful. You can't only use stats. So we look at this whole goals and assists of Timo Werner. And people just say, goals assists 919. I was like, okay. How many goals has he scored? Was that? How many goals? Okay, cool. And he scored, and he has a whole bunch of assists. Can I see these assists that he has? And when you look at these assists, they're like, okay, a cutback here, a pass here, a thingy here. They're not really like assists. Like, wow, look at that through ball. Wow, look at that amazing pass. Oh, look at that 40-yarder that you put on the head of someone. Like, wow, that is an amazing assist. So there are different gradients of assists. There are different quality of assists, So that's why it goes back to the essence of when you now watch a player play. Because if you just showed Timo Werner's stats, you'd be like, he's doing all right. But when you're now watching play, you look at his poor ball control, the amount of times that he loses to the ball, the amount of times that things break down, he can't beat a man, he can't beat a player. Is like, okay. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, he may get you a G, may get you an assist, but this is ugly to watch, and this is sort of like harming the flow of the team. So, but we live in an age where people chase retweets and they chase likes. So they just go to who scored, they'll screenshot the stats page on who's going to be like, hey, goals, assists, he's amazing, yeah. Bruno Fernandes, perfect example. If you looked at Bruno Fernandes' stats, you will think that this guy's an amazing player. This guy's one of the best players in the world. But when you now watch him play, you're like, this? Cristiano. My God, look, man, this guy's scoring a goal every single time. Man, this guy must be amazing. Then you watch the game, you're like, where is Cristiano? Where? Oh, boom, there his nice goals happen. Well, where is he? Full time. Bye. So, do you do anything apart from score a goal? Nah, I just score my goal and if you step over, sideways pass and goes. Bruno, so do you do anything apart from that pass and everything? Yeah, well, I do the pass and I just do a few things, fall around, hit a pass and everything. So we have to give credit to guys who are effective. Cristiano is very effective. Timo Werner has been very effective. Bruno Fernandes has been very effective. But we also have to give love to guys who the numbers don't show what they do. Martin Odegaard. That is a perfect example. How many assists? And I don't think Odegaard has an assist or a goal since he's not had an assist or a goal. So If you now show Odegaard stats, it will just say 0. No goals, no assists. But when you watch him play, oh my God, he has transformed Arsenal. Like a lot of the reasons why Arsenal look so good, look better, and are scoring goals is because of Odegaard. Because he's forming a basis that leads to the assist, that leads to the goal. Football is complicated. That's why it's the best sport in the world. Football is just it's not about goals and assists. There are several things that need to work in order to win a game. So there are several players where this guy is not going to, his influence is not going to be seen by the numbers. N'Golo Kante. As Didier Deschamps will take it that, bro, I get to Mbappe, Griezmann, score the goals. My most important player is Kante. Without Kante, my team can't function. Without Kante, we're not winning anything. Kante is the reason why we can score those goals and those assists. You're not going to see those in his numbers, but he is the cement. Every single team, you need the cement. Okay, you can have the rooftop, you can have the jacuzzi, the swimming pool, everything. But if you don't have the foundation and the cement, how can you build all those things? You need the foundation. Everything needs a foundation. Think of a team as like a building. Like the striker is the golf course, the inside forward, that's the swimming pool, the flamboyant defender, the playmaker, that's like the pool room or the jacuzzi. But the midfielder, the central midfielder who puts everything together and connects the defense and attack, he's the foundation. And the building can't operate without the foundation, So people need to look beyond the numbers. But we live in this digital world where nobody really wants to. Guys, I'll be back. I need to check on my food. I'll be back. Give me 1 minute. I need to just check on my food so it doesn't go bombs. 1 minute. All right. My food is ready. All right. So let's keep this moving, guys. Let's keep this moving. And I think we've got this one. So I think we've got 3 questions left. All right. And from Wilton, this is Football Hub member Wilton, man. Shout out to you, bro. HH. You said in 2018, Portugal are the defending Euro champions of 2016. Yes, I did. That means Cristiano Ronaldo had to win that World Cup, which was never going to happen. The team wasn't good enough. But that logic, in 2004, we're expecting Greece to win the 2006 World Cup since they were the defending Euro champions. Let's keep it real. Cristiano has never had a good team to win the World Cup. 2022 World Cup is by far his best shot to win it. He will have a good squad. My question is, if you know he never had a good team to win the World Cup in the first place, why are you saying he needs to win it to prove he's the GOAT? It could just be your sick agenda that he's done it in a World Cup semi or a World Cup final. Now, let's be fair here. Wilton. Let's look at Greece. I think we can all agree that along with Leicester City are the 2 most shocking victories by a team in a tournament. I remember the days when at every World Cup, Greece were the whipping boys. Anytime before a World Cup, you prayed to have Greece in your World Cup group because these guys were the whipping boys. So when Greece did that, it was shocking. Because I remember the day of the 2004 final and Portugal, they were like flying planes, they were celebrating, there was a huge parade and everything because they thought that they'd already won. Then they went in there and they got beat. But I was expecting nothing from Greece because it was so shocking. Everyone knew that this was a miraculous achievement by a team that had no business winning this. It's the same as Leicester City. Nobody was thinking of can Leicester defend their title? No. Because they knew that it was a miracle. Nobody was thinking that, oh man, Greece, they're one of the favorites for the World Cup, because they knew that this was a miracle. Pepe plays for Real Madrid. Ricardo Quaresma is an amazing player. Moutinho is an amazing player. You know who Cristiano is. Renato Sanchez was one of the most talked about young players in the world at that time. So, Portugal, William Carvalho, Portugal had known players. In Greece, there was not a single known player for that Greek team. There was of no player of any consequence. So Portugal winning that Euros wasn't shocking. It was surprising that, I didn't think that Portugal win, but it wasn't shocking to the level of Greece, because Portugal, this is the team of Eusebio. Have Greece ever had a golden generation? Portugal got to the Euro semis in 2000, and people argue that they could have won that Euros in Euro 2000, because that was a golden generation of João Pinto, Sá Pinto. I think Conceição was there as well, and of course my favorite player, Luis Figo. Like is it Nuno Gomes? That was an amazing team. That Portugal team in 2000 was an amazing team. So Portugal have heritage. They've got football heritage that Greece never had. So my point was, the fact that they ended up winning the Euros means that, no, you're good enough. You being Portugal, with the history you have of Eusebio, Figo, Rui Costa, and so forth, and now you have Cristiano, you've got Quaresma, you've got João Moutinho, you've got Pepe, you've got William Carvalho. You are good enough to try and do something. Pedro da Silva was even there as well. So, I said again, you can never use the excuse, they've never had a good enough team, because that was a good enough team. That was a good enough team that is now even better right now. And you got beat by an Uruguayan team that were at the end of their run. So that's Uruguay team they lost to wasn't the guys of 2010. Because remember, that Uruguay team that they faced in 2018 began their run at 2010. So this is 8 years later. So this is a Cavani that's at the end of his run. A Cannibal Suarez that's at the end of his run. Diego Forlan wasn't even there. So come on, man. That's my statement. So yeah, it's the fact that they won the Euros meant that, and the European Champions meant that you were good enough to win that World Cup. So he had a good enough team. So that was no excuse whatsoever, man. So I think we got two more. All right. I love this one. This guys, I think this is a great one, man. And I think I want to actually do this one. I'll talk more about this one when we do the live chat, because I think this is great. Most iconic picture of all time. Football picture of all time. Because I put out this tweet and I just said, what is the most iconic football picture of all time? So now, there are two ways you can look at this. There's one. We see, if you say most iconic, it's objective. Now, favorites is subjective. Most iconic, I think, we try and be objective. So if I'm going to give you two. This is one. And the second one you may know, but it's maybe you may not. Wait, let me try, because I want to just make sure that I have them large. There we go. There we go. So, okay, so this for me, I believe, is the most iconic football picture of all time. This is it. I don't think there's anything that is more iconic than this, because this represents, and that's it. So, and I think this was when he scored the headed goal, I think. But I think whenever you see a picture of Pele, because there are several pictures of Pele that you see. You see the one of him crying, the one of him when he wins the World Cup. I just think this is the one that is used, because I think this encapsulates where this guy, remember, his journey began at 1958, 17 years old, comebacks like it was a 26, 27-year-old in 1970, drops a G, 2 assists, an iconic goal. And I think this just is this image just represents the image of victory, and I think this image encapsulates who Pele was as a winner, a champion, a hero that people looked to inspire them, and he led them through. So that is always what made this one iconic. But it's never really been my favorite one. But I think if I was to be objective, I think this would be an iconic one. Now, another one that I think is also pretty iconic, that I think best represents this player, is this one. So there we go. Okay, I think, yeah. Now let me just get this in large. Yeah, this one. This is one. I think this is another really iconic one. So let's say so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Belgian players. I don't think there is any other football picture that represents what a player was than this one. I think this one really just shows you that, yeah, this is how dangerous a player was, and this is how respectful he was. Oh, that's crazy! Wow, you've never seen this picture? Wow. So yeah, that is what was crazy, because you say to yourself that, so at a point, so basically you're saying that at a point, Maradona had to deal with this situation here of 5 Belgian players all coming towards him. But I think seeing this just showed you the respect people had and just how otherworldly Maradona was. Now, see, another one. See, now this one is like, I think this iconic. And now this is the one that I actually have on my Twitter background, and it's this one here. Sorry, there we go. Yeah, this is the one I had, and for me, I just like this. I just like this one. There's something about this that I just like, and I actually want to get this as a poster, which is this one. Because I think because 2 iconic strikers, this was one Inter and AC Milan were 2 of the biggest clubs in the world, and just the way that just puts his hand on Ronaldo's shoulder. There's something about this picture that just screams iconic to me, because there are 2 iconic strikers, 2 great strikers playing for 2 great teams, playing at the peak of their powers. Both number 9s. I just love this image. I just really love this image. See, another one that is like personal to me. This one that is personal to me is this one. This is the one that is personal to me. But I'm not sure that you can. You see, they don't have the exact one. They don't have the exact one. Yeah, see, yeah, they don't have the exact one. That's the thing, man. Damn it. But yeah, actually, no, yeah. This is personal to me. This one is personal to me, man. Like, just everything this represented in terms of he won it as a captain and as a player. He came back as a manager and a coach. He was under duress by the NFF and so forth. And, local coach, black coach, coaching his own team, with the whole thing of African teams getting Europeans to come and coach them. Came in, did his thing. So I just thought this, for me, was an iconic one. I don't think, are there any... There are many, but I think when you just think of iconic, I think those 2, stand out. Is the Maradona one and the Pele one. But I think, which is why it's funny that some of you guys haven't seen it, is that Maradona one was a very famous one. And I remember when I first saw it, I was like, what? That's impossible. Like, what? How do you have all those guys in there, man? So, yeah. All right. So, Final question. Final question. Let's share this. Share screen. Nope. Oopsie daisy. Share screen. Application window. There we go. So from Rangel Parishev. Can you make an all-time squad with the first team substitutions? The goal is to play a single season and win everything that's possible. League, Cups, UCL. Basically, make a dream team that would crush anybody for a great period of time. Not necessarily just for one season. Cheers from Bulgaria. So Rangel, thank you very much, man. So, this was one of those things where because the key thing that he said was for a season. So not a cup, a season. So I needed to think of a formation that could be sustained for a long period of time, So I was like, okay. So I said, I think I've got it. So this is what I came up with, man. And I think it's similar to my all-star team, if you want to talk about that. Let's just see. What the heck? Oh my. Sorry, YouTube is going insane. Yo, Martin Rosario, bro. What was the super chat that he just sent? Because YouTube just deleted it. What the heck is happening with YouTube, man? So Martin Rosario, if you're there, what was the am I still on? Wait, what was the thingy that you sent? Wait. Yo, yeah. Martin, tell me what was the super chat that you sent? Because YouTube, for some crazy reason, just deleted it. I don't know why. But if you can tell me that, then I will answer that immediately. So this is what I came up with, man. With regards to my team. All right, let me see. Share screen. So, hopefully you guys can. So, I went for a 3. So it's sort of like a 5-3-2, or what do you want to call it? Like a 3-4-2-2, a 3-4-2-1-1-1. So my keeper, Oliver Kahn, or Neuer, but obviously Kahn gets first dibs. Back 3, Maldini, Desai, Baresi. And my thing called and Lam, you're not getting past this defense. You're not scoring. Or do I need to zoom in? Oh, sorry. Let me zoom in. Sorry, let me zoom in. Actually, let me do this. Let me do this. Can you see better now? Is that better? So this is this is the base. So basically, I have my back. Wait, can you guys see it? Or do I still need to zoom in? Live chat, tell me whether you can see it, or do I need to zoom in? Oh, I need to zoom in. Oh wow, so it's so close. Better? Tell me if it's better, then I will continue. Tell me if it's better, then I will continue and I will explain. So wait, so still zooming. So you still can't see it. All right, okay. Let's go again. There we go. Now you must be able to see. Aha, there we go. Okay. So this is this. No wait. Martin, what did you say in your super chat? And then I would say, don't super chat it because YouTube deleted it. Tell me what you said, then I will explain it to you. So yeah, can for me goes and goal. So see, I told you. See, this is for a season. For a season, you need something that is sustainable. So I went with 3 center backs here, because for me, I'm about winning, and this is about efficiency. See, if it's like an all-star team or for a World Cup, then I go with my standard 4-3-3. But over a season, I need stability and I need structure. Wait, Martin, I can see you typing in there. If you just type in what you said to me in your super chat, I will respond. Martin, I'm looking at the live chat right now. If you tell me what you said, I will respond to your super chat. Unless if it's an insult, then no. If you abuse Hazard or you abuse any of my guys, then no way. So I went with a back 3 of Maldini, Desai, Baresi, and my wing backs are Cole and Lam. You're not getting past this freaking defense. You are not getting past this defense, because this right here. Oh, you just said scroll up. Represents the thingy, man. Okay, Martin, what did he say? Let me see what this boy Martin said. Okay, let me not just deal with your boy Martin. Says you can't say that Portugal should expect to win the Euros and World Cups when they had never won before until Ronaldo came. Yeah, they had be a figure, but they never won trophies. I don't care. The fact that, don't use that whole thing, we never won trophies. You were European champions. The fact that you had finally won a European crown, you should say, what's up? When last did Uruguay win a World Cup? Okay, they won their Copa Americas recently, but still, that was a very beatable team. The fact you were able to win a Euros, beating France in their own home ground and home stadium, meant that you were ready. Your team was ready. So don't say, this was the first time we ever won before. Spain. Spain's very first trophy was 08. That was their very first international trophy. And they said, we are ready. The fact that we won in 08, we are ready. You know what? 2010, they said, what's up? 2012, they said, what's up again? So the fact that Spain were able to do its first ever trophy in 08 and were able to replicate it meant that Portugal, by you winning your first trophy, you should have easily replicated what Spain did. So guys, back 3. What with these dudes? Maldini, Desai, Baresi. My wing backs, Cole and Lam. And as we go up here, so my first choices are Vieira and Pirlo. You ain't saying nothing. Vieira represents stability, the foundation, winning the ball, bringing the ball forward, and he is that complete midfielder that every team needs. Every team needs a complete midfielder. There are not many better, more accomplished complete midfielders than Patrick Vieira. Pirlo represents my deep lying playmaker, represents my passing, and represents producing those intricate passes to turn from defense to attack. There are very few people that can give you a 40-70 yarder. Pirlo can say, you know what, Ashiko, you want a 40 yarder? Here you go. Lamian 40 yarder, here we go. Ronaldo, make the run. Boom. Every team needs a number 10. Every team is number 10. And first, I'm going to roll with your boy Zidane. He can give you a pass. He can dribble. He can give you technique, and he can score the most outstanding goals. So you're getting goals, assist, creativity, and technique from your boy Zidane. And as I go to my front, so my first choice, Maradona and Ronaldo. Bruh, nobody's touching Maradona. Nobody's touching Maradona in this position, because he's going to give you that pass. He's going to give you that incision. He's going to give you that creativity, and he's going to be able to provide for Ronaldo where needs be. The brilliance of him in that position is very key. And for Ronaldo, what can be said? Give him the ball, he's going to score. If you don't give him too many plays, bro, it's fine. I can create the goal myself. So we look at Cole and Lam right now. So the beauty of this tactic, specifically for a season, is I can hit you in the center, I can hit you out wide. So when we attack, Cole and Lam, they provide my width. Zidane, Ordinho represents me, Zidane and Maradona represents me saying what's up to you in the middle, so as well as Ronaldo. Now, when we now defend, we know that Vieira, Pirlo and Zidane, they can come and help, but Vieira forms a great protective tissue. But you have to face these. You're not scoring. You're not scoring a G. I'm sorry. You're not basically throughout the season. The GD will be basically the goal difference will be how many goals this team scores. So if this team scores 90 goals, the goal difference is going to be 90. If this team isn't scoring a single, they're not conceding a single G this season because guys, tell me who's going to get past this defense? Lam, Cole, Maldini, Desa, Baresi. Oh, if you get past them, can't. Oh no. So this is easy, and this team is going to crap G's. Cole can G up. Lam can G up. Zidane can G up. Ronaldo will G up. Maradona will G up. So it is what it is. Nah, man, I'm sorry. This team is money. This team is cash money. The heck? Cash money, man. Maradona is there, bro. Can't you see Maradona? Maradona is right there. Maradona is right here. Maradona's right there. It's a Maradona and Ronaldo partnership. I mean, the Romario Ronaldo partnership is obviously the one that is most known, but this one is also equally high, man. So, guys, that is the end of the questions. So, guys, I'm now here to take in your questions. I don't know. YouTube is messing up, man. I don't know. I think there is a YouTube bug that is happening that I've got to look into, man. You know, like how YouTube just keeps deleting these messages is messed up. But I think now that I have the whole StreamYard thing here, I'll be able to quickly get your super chats as quickly as possible, man. As quickly as possible. 1964. Oh, did they? Are you sure? Spain, 1964. Oh wow! Okay, yeah. So why did they say they won? Okay, so they won in 1964. Yeah, but it's not. It doesn't count. I don't recognize that win. I do not recognize that win, man. I don't recognize that win at all. I'd reject their win. I reject their win. HH, do you think it's good we're talking about the racist abuse players get more? And thoughts on Zaha saying they shouldn't kneel anymore? Interesting. I was just having this conversation with my brother. I was having this conversation with my brother. So specifically on Zaha, because my brother said that man, Zaha is being an idiot by refusing to kneel. Because he says that, kneeling is a great gesture to have. Because, when last did you hear such a gesture happen on UK TV? And then you have that freaking moron, buffoon, Priti Patel, who says, Black Lives Matter, should have been kneeling. Moron. But I actually agree with Zaha, because my thing is, the Premier League are doing it for posterity. Okay, you've now knelt and everything. Okay, wait. Okay, are you now going to do the real work now? Are you really not going to go down and actually do the real proper work? No. So for Zaha, I agree. I mean, it is important that people talk about the racist abuse that they get. So it's okay. What are you now going to do about it? Because you should always bring that up. Because if you don't bring it up, then nothing will be able to happen and nothing will be able to change, man. But the kneeling thing for me, like, it's become diluted, because even it's the same thing that Les Ferdinand was saying, is that, okay, you've knelt, what has changed? Are you actually affecting the people? And that's why I disagree with my brother, because I said that, okay, this whole kneeling, has it affected anything? Has it really begun any serious dialogue? Because in my view, the Premier League are doing it because the Premier League are a brand, similar to like Disney. And a lot of these brands want to attach themselves to anything that is liberal and anything that is a popular liberal thing. Oh, kneeling, that's cool. We're on the right side, everything, and that's boom. Let's attach ourselves to that. But it's like, What does it mean? What does it mean, man? So yeah. Undisputed, man. Thanks for the dub, man. Thanks for the dub. Undisputed says Gedmola, Rivaldo, Dino, Pirlo. Horseman? No. No. Undisputed. Maybe you didn't realize, man, but the horsemen, there are currently 5 horsemen. Okay? Ronaldo, Pele, Maradona, Beckenbauer, Zidane. Hence why we are pushing forth hashtag the 6th horseman. And Genmola isn't a horseman because he didn't impact the game. He's lacking that impact thing. Rivaldo isn't a horseman because that O2 World Cup is Ronaldo's World Cup. And I don't think that he had the kind of impact. Pirlo is a good shout. Pirlo is a good shout. But I still don't. But I think basically Pirlo, Rivaldo, Gedmola, quality players. But I don't think that's. I think that they don't have the impact. I think impact is the one thing that they're missing. How did you as an individual impact the game? How did you influence the game? What kind of game-changing thing did you do? Dino has the impact. 100%. That's why Dino is the closest thing to a horseman that we currently have. The thing with Dino is your World Cup was 06, not 02. That was your World Cup. Yes, he won the World Cup in 02. That 02 thing was Ronaldo. Your World Cup was 06, and you had the freaking team. So the fact that he wasn't able to say what's up in 06, he just about misses it. Because if Dino had said what's up in 06, oh my gosh, easily a horseman. Because the key thing about horseman is that you need to say what's up in the World Cup. Like, it's not about winning the World Cup, you need to really say what's up. That's why Rivaldo, he said what's up in 02. But I don't think Rivaldo had the same kind of impact on the game in its entirety than like a Dino or a Ronaldo did, man. So that's the thing. Paul Kickling, thanks for the dub, man. Thanks for the dub. Paul Kickling, thanks for the dub, man. HH, can you do me a favor? Type into YouTube 12 times Thierry Henry shocked the world and watch between 3:02 to 4:35. 12 times Henry shocked the world. Okay, let's see. 12 times Henry shocked the world. 12 times. Oh, it's even saved. Because you can see, I can't show this because if I show this now, then I'll get Palinkin, man. All right, let's pull this up. And you're saying I should watch from. Okay, let me just get rid of this ad. And what time is it? I said watch between 3:02 and 4:35. 3:02 and 4:35. Wait, when is this freaking ads, bro? 3:02 and 4:35. 3:02, let's see. All right. Look, Henry was money, but what happened in 06, man? Oh, so this is his Barcelona days. Okay. Oh, whoa. I don't remember that. What the heck? Wait. He chipped the ball over a freaking dude? I wish I could show this, but YouTube would basically destroy. Oh, Lord. I actually remember that when he was basically jogging the ball. Oh, wow. So, any player that joggles the ball during a game, I'm breaking your legs. Let's just say, if you jogged, oh, that guy made that guy sleek. If you juggle the ball through in game, I'm smacking you in the head. Oh, shiga. Newcastle. Look, Henry was money, man. Henry was a player because he was a complete player. The only thing missing from Henry's game is that clutchness. Oh God. Like if Oh Lord. No, basically, if Henri said what's up in that, if Henri said what's up in that '06 CL final, then he could say what's up. Man, he said what's up to Chelsea just now, man. Oh! Oh! Oh Lord, the guy just put Terry on the ground, man. Oh God. Actually, you know what? I should have probably just timed this with everyone. Like, oh Lord. Yeah, no. Look, it's money, man. Look. You see, this is what I've always said about Henri. Henri, quality wise, amazing. Just even looking at that right now, ball control, balance, dribbling, football IQ, technique, intelligence. He was amazing, and he represented what big boy around Ronaldo did, which is that as a striker, I'm not just a finisher. I can do all these things. So, which is why, do you know an annoying thing? And this goes back to the elitist nature of England. Do you know what they always say in England? Oh, who was the best foreign player in the Premier League? And say, oh yeah, Aguero, Henry. Why do you have to say foreign? Do you have to say foreign because they want to say, oh, the best? No. Who's the best player in the Premier League? Bro, it's not even close. It's Henry. Don't call Henry the best foreign player. He's the best player than the Premier League that has ever seen. He's the best player. Just like the best player in La Liga history is Messi. Although, if Ronaldo stayed with Barcelona, because I remember there was some kind of weird thing that happened of where I think he was supposed to stay, but something weird happened where he actually got sold. If Ronaldo stayed with Barcelona, unless he didn't get any of his major injuries, bruh. So Miguel Rabini says, hey, what DM and winger should Chelsea get? You see, if you look at the winger, I was about to say, I'm going to answer what this boy said. I was going to say Ousmane Dembele, but based on what he's done, I'm like, winger. Well, then, see, I think he probably mean inside forward. There are not really many wingers that really exist now. Kingsley Coman is looking good, but I don't think Bayern will allow him to go. But I think Kingsley Coman is right now a better version of Hudson-Odoi. So Kingsley Coman is interesting, but I don't think they'll let him go. In terms of a DM, how many quality DMs are there? Think about it. How many quality DMs are there? Like, I'm making you Casemiro, he's getting a bit older, but they wouldn't sell. Fabinho is money. Liverpool ain't selling him. Busquets is finished. What, Declan Rice? And my thing is that, has Kante been playing as a DM? Think about it. He's been roaming here and everything, but has he actually been saying, bro, Kante, we want you to do what Busquets does, where you sit and you just hold things and guys run, but he sits in the basically Busquets. No. He's been told to roam up and down and everything, so that's the issue. Do you really react to that watching? Yes, I do. For me, like, football is like this weird drug that anytime I see a crazy bit of skill, it's like, on YouTube, how you see people reacting to movie trailers and they're like, oh, wow. I can't react like that. Even if it's a film that I really want to watch, when I watch a trailer, I'm serious because I'm just looking at it very, very carefully. Okay, the lighting, that sign and everything. So I don't really react like that. But when it comes to football, an amazing goal, an amazing piece of skill, an amazing dribble, a crazy pass, I'm like, oh, damn, because that's just how I react to football. It's just what it is, It's like, and it's a Nigerian thing as well. Because it's not a me thing. Go to Nigeria. If you go to Nigeria, that's how Nigerians react. Nigerians are like, oh, Nigerians are, oh. It's how Nigerians react, Like, what's it called? If you do, like, a crazy bit of skill, And it's not even like an African name, but I can only speak for Nigeria. If let's say you're playing like in a street or on the road, and a guy does a crazy bit of skill in Nigeria, you see everybody go everyone just go crazy. There's a physical reaction that Nigerians will have to a great piece of skill that happens in football. It's facts. So that's a good shout. Indeed is a very good shout. Indeed is a very good shout, man. He's money, man. From Shane Schubert, Neuer has 2 trebles, a World Cup, and a golden close at the World Cup. Transform the position. What else does he need to be a horseman? You can only be a horseman. You can only be eligible for a horseman once you retire. That's what I'm saying. When Neuer retires, we'll have a discussion. 2 trebles, World Cup, Golden Gloves, transform the position. When he retires, we shall see. Because again, I told him that's the hashtag. The hashtag is hashtag the 6th horseman. Hashtag the 6th horseman. That's the thing. So Shane, man, I mean, if you connect it's just that you have to retire. You cannot be a horseman while you're active. But when he retires, from Kevin Higgins says, HH, what games will you be watching this week? For me, Merseyside Derby, Dortmund, Schalke. Yeah, I was actually even looking at the thing. So Chelsea, Southampton, 12:30. Yeah. Then I think I'm going to do like a two flex. So because Merseyside Derby and Dortmund, Schalke are at the same time, so I'm going to be watching those at the same time. Sunday is Milan Derby. That's at 2 p.m. So I'm going to watch Milan Derby, and I want to try and catch Barcelona, maybe. I want to try and see whether I can catch some Barcelona in there as well. So yeah, man, it should be fun. It should be fun, man. Like the Merseyside Derby is going to be crazy, man. That's definitely going to be crazy. Kevin Higgins, how excited are you to see AC Milan back in the UCL? It ain't over yet, bro. It ain't over yet, but again, this goes back to the tomorrow video that I put up, which is that Milan could be back. Milan could be back, and the thing is that it's coinciding with tomorrow coming in, man. So the Champions League is on the Champions League without the San Siro. The Champions League is on the Champions League without AC Milan. If there is many emblems do, but for me, I really speak for myself growing up. Growing up in Nigeria, watching the Champions League, there was something about AC Milan and that badge. Hence why one of the first jerseys I owned was a George Weah AC Milan jersey, which is why George Weah, him being African, him winning the Ballon d'Or and everything, I had that affinity with Milan growing up. And Milan were just embedded with the Champions League. They just represented hugeness, massiveness. So I think that something is missing when AC Milan isn't there. So if Milan can just see, all Milan in it is a marquee player. If Milan just by one, if they can just manage to get like a superstar, just a superstar, or break. Like it may not happen, but what if somehow, some way, Milan signed Erling Haaland? Transformed, completely transformed. Just the only thing, because it's a pretty good team. It's a pretty good team that they have, man. But they need that one outstanding player, which is why I'm giving the edge to Inter or Juve. I mean, the Milan derby is going to be popping off on Sunday. But like, if they win this Serie, it'll be shocking because Ibrahimovic, he's not what he used to be. So you can't call him, oh, is that outstanding player? Because he's there, he's got the X factor, but it's not what he used to be, man. But yeah, no, the Champions League needs Milan for sure. They need Milan. Jonas Philben, shout out to your boy Jonas, man. Did you rate like Van Bronckhorst and Van Bommel? Feel they were underrated players, specifically for Holland during 2010. I wasn't the biggest Van Bommel fan, although he scored a crazy goal. No. Yes, he scored a crazy goal against England. I remember it was a friendly. And I think he smacked this from like 40 yards. He got a crazy goal against England. But he was all right. And I think Van Bommel was what he was. Van Bronckhorst, I think, was slightly underrated. Just slightly. And he scored a crazy goal against Uruguay in that World Cup semi in 2010. And I really think that Van Bronckhorst, like to be honest with you, I don't think they were underrated. I think they were rated exactly how they were. Van Bommel was like a good... See, Van Bommel I liken to like Busquets or William Carvalho. He was a good midfielder who just stuck in there and just kept things going, kept things going. And he had very good passing range. Van Bronckhorst was just a good, nice, useful left back, And I think they were what they were. I don't think those guys ever really did anything to say, oh man, look at them there. And, 2010, I think 2010 was their height. 2010 was their height. And even when you look back at 2010, man, Holland knew that they should have won that World Cup. They should have. Would have been weird, a Dutch team winning in South Africa. The ups and downs would have been effed up. Dutch, South Africa, apartheid, that would have been weird. But they should have won that. I think if they had won that, because remember, Van Bronckhorst I thought was money. Van Bommel was too as well. I think Van Marwijk was the coach. And Van Bommel was married to Van Marwijk's daughter. So basically, Van Bommel was the son-in-law to Van Marwijk, who was the manager and everything. So, they had the whole thing there. And I think even him and Van Marwijk, I think they both were coaching partners for, I think, Saudi Arabia. But I don't remember if Van Bronckhorst was the captain. So if they'd won that World Cup, I think that would have definitely crystallized their legacies. But I think they were rated how they were. They were rated properly. I'm watching it live. Of course, I'm watching live. Why would I watch highlights? Because I'm working on Sunday, I believe, but I think that my break can coincide with me watching that Milan derby. So I'll be there. For sure. I'm going to watch it live for sure. And I think I'll even go on. Let me go on Twitch. When will we see another Maradona Messi type player? One who encompasses everything in an attacking player. What's the difference between Maradona and Messi? 10 to 15 years. Sancho is a baller. It's going to be hard. And I think, specifically Messi, I would say that Maradona is the greater player. Messi might be the more talented player. Because I don't know whether we will see another player who can score, create, dribble, and can have so much of an influence on a team. Maradona was that, but I think Messi is just the degree to what he's doing. Like, he's doing so many things at such a high level that it's very hard. Hence why I've never understood the Messi-Cristiano debate. I understand the debate in terms of goals. Oh, yes. But if you say playing, how can you compare Cristiano a player to Messi when Messi is giving you goals, he's giving you assists, he's giving you creativity, he's giving you dribbles, he's giving you crazy amounts of skill, he's beating 2, 3, 4, 5 guys at a time, he's giving you free kicks. There is so much he's giving you. He is an attacking Arsenal. He's an offensive Arsenal, giving you so many different things, specifically because he's a playmaker who is in midfield, engineering things and being a puppeteer, and he's scoring goals as well. So it's insane that you compare him to just a goal scorer. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a long time because Mbappe, goal scorer. Haaland, goal scorer. João Felix, playmaker. Ansu Fati, say goal scorer. None of these guys coming up is a playmaker, creator, goal scorer, which is what Messi was, which is to an extent what Maradona was. So, long time. Maybe, based on what we have now, at least another 10 years, because I'm looking at the field now. The 16-year-olds, the 17-year-olds, the 18-year-olds, nothing says to me, but, When we first saw Messi, when we first saw Messi, did we think we would get the player that we have now? Or the player that we had in 2019? Because I disagreed with Daniel, because me and Daniel were talking, because Daniel says, oh, the best version of Messi was 2012 when he scored 92 goals. No, it wasn't. That was Messi at his goal scoring best. The best version of Messi was 2019. Because that is goals, assists, creativity, and a profound influence on a team. Just like the Neymar we have now is the best version of Neymar because he's encapsulating his creativity, his playmaking, and his passing. The Neymar that we had in 2015 was just goals scoring. So the Messi in 2019 was taking Messi at his peak. It's just a shame that he had a bunch of bombs as his teammates, you know. So yeah, it's gonna take a while. But as I say, when we first saw Messi, we thought, oh, this is just a dribbling sensation. He's just going to score loads of goals. We didn't think that, oh no, he's not going to evolve his game and bring in and encapsulate other stuff to his game. So maybe João Felix will now bring his goal scoring and improve that. Maybe Ansu Fati will now bring in his playmaking and creativity. I think Mbappe and Haaland, they will stay as they are. But who knows what Ansu Fati will evolve to? Who knows what João Felix will evolve to? Who knows what Sancho can evolve to? Because I say, for me, Sancho is one of my favorite players right now. And the guy is just, the guy's money. He plays the game how I like to play the game. Just, this is entertainment. Entertainment. I want to be entertained. Certain players don't entertain me. So I want to be entertained. So Dean says, best player performance you have seen in person. I think I even mentioned this to you guys before. Pirlo. It was Italy, Nigeria, before the 2014 World Cup friendly, Craven Cottage. I went to go and see it. Pirlo didn't play in the first half. So remember, just like, it's like a thing like that. And I think it was Balotelli and Giuseppe Rossi who were strike partnership for Italy. Then Pirlo then comes in to the second half. There is definitely something about watching a player live as opposed to just watching them on TV. It's different. Seeing Pirlo just completely change the game, like his vision, his passing range, how he's just completely dictating the whole tempo of the game. I was like, this is insane. So yeah, for me, Pirlo in that game, Nigeria Italy friendly, I was like, wow. Just seeing that live, stunning. What did you take on Sané's disappointing season so far? Yeah, man. It's one of those things, man. Football is complex. Football is very complex. And because it's so complex, it's hard to say, my gosh, look at how good this guy was. If he comes to Bayern, it should be amazing. And it is just what it is, Because everybody knows he's an amazing player. His quality. So this is where the coach and manager has to really work with him. And the player as well. So you're going to sit him down and be like, are you really applying yourself in the right way? Because I know you have the talent. Having the talent is one thing. Applying the talent is a different thing. I call it the Balotelli complex. So that's what I'm going to call it, the Balotelli complex, of where just having the talent isn't enough. Are you making the right decisions on the ball? Are you making the right decisions off the ball? This is when you should dribble. This is when you should pass. This is when you should exploit the space. This is the kind of cross you should make. This is the kind of run you should make, And these are all things of where your football IQ comes into it. Because your talent will take care of it. We know this guy knows how to finish. We know this guy knows how to dribble. We know he's got great balance. But you need to know, you may have these skills, but you need to know how to apply these skills. And maybe it's the application of these skills that may be the issue. So it's like a Hansi Flick that needs to really help and trying to work with him and ensure that he knows all these things, man. My son, HH, do you think we, Netherlands, can win the Euros if we hire Rafa Benitez? I don't think that would be enough to win the Euros, man. Netherlands don't have the team. I've got to be brutally honest there. They don't have the team to win the Euros. You look at last time that Netherlands won the Euros, Van Basten, Rijkaard, Hullet. Those are quality top tier players. Look at when they got to the World Cup in final in 2010. Look at when they got to the final in 2014. Robben, Van Persie, Sneijder. These are top players. 98, where for me, 98 they were the second best team. 2000, let's even talk about 2000. I think they were the best team in 2000. Euro 2000, I think Holland were the best team. Bergkamp, Overmars, Davids, Seedorf, De Boer, all these guys. But Netherlands right now, Depay, Frank de Jong, Wijnaldum, Promes, Blind. It's not the greatest crop of players. You guys had something going with Ronald Koeman, and I think he should have stayed, but he chose Barcelona. But I think Koeman, that he managed them well. I think that he was getting them playing it in the right way. The boy is a horrible coach, horrible manager, and I think that for Rafa Benitez, they will compete. I don't see them beating France, Portugal, Italy. So if they run into these teams, France, Portugal, or Italy, I don't see them doing anything, man. All right, bro. Don't you worry. We'll talk on Sunday, man. We'll talk on Sunday. Relax. That's all. We'll talk on Sunday, baby. We'll pop off Sunday. Everything's gonna pop off on everything's popping off on Sunday. Everything's popping off on Sunday. And HH06 Brazil was basically two players in their prime carrying an old team. You don't build a team around Kaká and Dino. Also, R9 was 30, basically 40. Adriano should have been a starter over R9. Let's be real. See, hindsight is 2020. I remember before that 06 World Cup, everybody was frightened of Brazil because they're like, this is a ridiculously talented team. Because yes, you had the old guard of a Ronaldo, but you had the up-and-comer Adriano. Dino was at his peak. Kaká was at his peak. I think you even still had Cafu in there as well. You had a Robinho coming in. Cezinho was even out as well. There were too many players. It was like, there's too much talent here. But what that just showed, and I think what it was a lesson is, you can have too much of a good thing. You have to know how to manage the talent properly. And if you don't know how to manage the talent properly, then it is what it is. But if you go and look at that 06 Brazil squad, just the squad, just look at who they had to pick from. It was crazy. But the issue that when you just have is too much of a good thing. So when you just have too much of a good thing, like, okay, play. What's it? I think even Juninho Pernambucano was there as well, So on the spirit, it says that if Marco Verratti, for those who don't know, was born 10 years earlier and played with Pirlo, Totti, Cannavaro, Nesta in 06, would Italy dominate football as much as Spain 08 2012? No. They wouldn't have. That would have been amazing, and that would have added to my narrative of, hey, Marco Verratti is one of those, but no, they wouldn't have. Italy don't have the same philosophy that Spain did. Italy's philosophy is catenaccio, its pragmatism is building from the defense. Spain's philosophy and tactic was something very particular that teams couldn't crack. Teams just did not have an answer to what they were doing, because it was something that Holland introduced, but Spain just took it to the next level and refined it. and I just think had better players to execute it much better than Holland did. So nobody just knew how to do it. No, it was just something like, okay, we don't know how to stop this philosophy, and these are really excellent players who are amazing at executing this system we don't have an answer for. For Italy, they didn't have that kind of system. So Italy's system is always something that you could always beat. Because yeah, you will eventually get the ball and so forth. It's much more about pragmatic, taking your chance here and there, as opposed to keeping the ball for like 80% of the time. And we're going to eventually score. And you're not going to score because you ain't going to have the ball for that long. So if you don't score your two chances, you're finished because we're keeping the ball for 80% of the time. So, it was what it was, man. All right, what are you gonna say? Do you think we are lacking a lot of great players? In my opinion, at the moment, I only see Mbappe, Haaland, and Foden in the future. Ansu Fati, João Felix, Sancho. Now, use the word great. We don't know whether these guys will be great. I don't see a Messi yet. You see, Foden, Mbappe, these are quality players, but Messi was like, okay, yeah, this is that dude. Like when we first saw Messi, it was like, yeah, this is that dude. This guy's going to be a problem. Like this guy is going to, he is the guy. This is the guy. So we don't have that theater where you're looking at the guy like, oh, geez, this is going to be. But then Messi is a generational guy. It's going to be a long time till we see a player like Messi. It's going to be a long time, a really long time. You could talk about, okay, Messi, his flops, he flops in big games, this and that. But if you just look at the talents and what he's done as an individual, it's insane. It's insane. So, but I think that we're in for an interesting future because it's going to be different. And I think I am all in for something new. Something new. And I think in an Mbappe, Haaland, Foden, Sancho, João Felix, we're going to see a new generation who will now forge their own legacies, So rather than, it's these two guys against each other, maybe it's going to be five guys battling, three guys battling. Maybe we'll have a situation where we have 4 or 5 guys who are all battling for the Ballon d'Or. Because rather than, it's these two against each other, man, these are 5 guys who could potentially win this award because these 5 guys have truly been amazing. So maybe it's not going to be a lot closer amongst a wider array of players. So there may not be this 1 or 2 players who will now completely stand out. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Just give it some years, man. Who do you think will win Ballon d'Or this year? If it's just turn up. Early to say, but front runners, you have to look at Lewandowski again. I think Bayern are going to be in the mix, and Lewandowski is going to keep on scoring. Dependent on what Atletico do, keep your eyes on João Felix. You see, Lewandowski is a lock. Atletico is, let's see what they do in the Serie. Let's do what they do in La Liga. If they say what's up, you're going to look at João Felix. See, I don't know whether I want to even say this name because maybe Kimmich. I'm saying Kimmich. Yes, Joshua Kimmich. Yes, Joshua Kimmich for sure. Joshua Kimmich for sure. I think Kimmich and Lewandowski are a lock for potential front runners. João Felix dependent on Atletico. See, I was going to say Ilkay Gundogan. But my thing is, if he stays fit, because if City win the Premier League, which they will, and if City go far in the Champions League. Let's say City, if City win the league and they win the Champions League, let's say they win everything in England and they win the Champions League and Ilkay Gundogan stays fit, boom. You see, Haaland, for me, the reason why I don't say Haaland is Dortmund are not winning Dortmund are not winning the Champions League. They're not winning the Bundesliga. Dortmund are struggling to be top four in the Bundesliga, and Dortmund are going to struggle. I'm not sure that Dortmund even get past the quarters. If they beat Sevilla, I think they don't get, I'm not sure they get past the quarters. I'm not sure. So it's not about the Haaland's performance. It's about, I think, Dortmund's performance. And I think the Ballon d'Or is a combination of what you do as a player and what your team does. So let's see. What's you guys saying, man? I need to get my food, guys. I'm starving, man. So basically, can you talk amongst yourselves and give me 5 minutes to let me even put a message in case people know about that. Back in 10 need to get. So let me do that. So because I am absolutely starving, man. So guys, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. I need to go and get my meal. Actually, let me even put a thing like that. There we go. So I'll be back in 10 minutes. I need to get my meal. I'll be back and then we can continue this thing. So please, my advice for you, don't send any super chats because YouTube has a bug right now. Don't send any super chats when I'm away because I probably will not be able to read them. So give me 10 minutes. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Do not send any super chats because I won't be able to read them because there's a YouTube bug. I will lose them. So don't send any super chats. Wait until I get my food. Let me come back and then we'll continue this. I'll be back in 10. Your boy's back. Your boy's back. Your boy's back. Your boy's back. I got the meal. I got the meal. Got the meal. There you go, guys. I got the meal. I got the meal. Chips. Chips, 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 man. French fries are always key, man. I got that meal, man. So let's do this, man. So say okay, so guys, I'm back. Send in those questions in, man. Thanks. Hey, look, it wasn't 10 minutes. I know, man. I know. Because I am so efficient, man. That's so I'm so flipping pitch. So guys, send in those cues, man. Send in those cues, man. Neymar will win Ballon d'Or this year. How can he win it if he's always injured? For what reason? Because see, here's my thing here. The sauce, bro. Nando's sauce. Wait, I know where they can see it. There you go. Nando's sauce. Meat. I think it's the medium one, man. Nando's sauce, guys. Huge recommendation. If you can get that Nando's sauce, flipping amazing. But my thing is Neymar is. What if Neymar retires and he never wins the Ballon d'Or? Guys, do you know how embarrassing that would be? Remember that goal? Yeah. Wait, remember when Neymar scored that goal for Santos? And he was announced, I'm like, oh my gosh, this we now have like the next Brazilian guy, the next guy to follow in the footsteps of Dino. But it's like, what if Neymar never wins the Ballon d'Or? That would be crazy, based on how hyped he's been and so forth. Because you look at all of the Brazilian greats, Ronaldo, Dino, they all won the Ballon d'Or. Like there was always a point we know this is the best player in the world at the time. And maybe that's why that is why he left Barcelona. Think about it. Neymar is arrogant. Let's keep it real. Which is fine. But he's arrogant. So he cares about himself, his brand, and so forth. Do you see Kaka as well? Thank you, Kaka. Who was winning as well? Do you ever see Neymar winning the Ballon d'Or at Barcelona with Messi there? Realistically. Because anything Neymar does would help Messi, and the Messi name and brand is more attractive than the Neymar brand. 100%. No, it's Malta Guinness. Malta Guinness. Imported from Lagos, man. From Nigeria. I use it because there's a shop near me. Bro, every day I just go in and just get... the guy's like, yes, like, I'm like, bro, you know I'm here. Super malt, man. Oh, sorry, Malta Guinness, man. Yeah, no, they didn't cut the check, bro. So, yes, man, it's like, so Neymar winning the Ballon d'Or this year? No. But, let's make an argument. If PSG win the Champions League, and he's a major reason, he would. Put it this way. See, if PSG had won the Champions League last year and Neymar scored the winning goal, he'd probably win it. But there was none. So, who should start alongside Kimmich for Germany if it's a 4-2-3-1 Gundogan, Goretzka, or Cruz? If Gundogan plays the way that he's playing, well, that's a tough because they'll bring you something new. Goretzka brings you a guy who can aggressively attack with the ball and brings the goal scoring element. Cruz gives you ball possession and great pass completion. But Gundogan gives you clever passing and also an attack element. So I would say Gundogan because I think Gundogan is a combination of Goretzka and Cruz because Gundogan gives you a guy who can carry the ball and can be effective in the final third, and he also has the passing qualities of a Toni Kroos because Toni Kroos in the final third, Goretzka as like a passer making clever passes, so for me I'll say Ilkay Gundogan because he combines both of those really well, man. And all right, what else did I say, man? Let's just see. Do you think Chelsea will beat Atletico? Bro, it's going to be a big game, man. And I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous because this is different. Under Frank Homeboy, this was an L. That's why I got so angry when the draw was made. Because when the draw was made, I was like, under Lampard, this just don't have a freaking chance. This is an aggressively different team from Thingy. When the draw was made, Jorginho wasn't even a thought. Kovacic was hardly in the team. So it was different. Now you're now seeing how important Jorginho and Kovacic are to the team and just how different the team now looks. Atletico, you see, you use the word will. I'm not going to use the word will. Can Chelsea beat Atletico? It's neutral ground. That's key. If this was at Wanda, I'm giving Atletico the dub. It's on neutral ground. It's on neutral ground. And this is what I'm going to keep on saying. Just give me an away goal. That's what I want. Because I think it's weird because should away goal still count? Because Atletico not playing in their home ground. So does that still count for? I mean, it's weird, but still, if away goals still are operational, just give me an away goal. Just give me an away goal, then can build from there, man. So I don't know, man. I'm trying to live, man. I'm trying to live. If Carlo Ancelotti won in 05, would he be the GOAT? Ooh. See, this is interesting because if he wins in 05, does he win it in 07? You know? If Bayern win in 2012, do they win in 2013? Because the big reason why Bayern won in 2013 was the disappointment of 2012 and the hunger they wanted to correct the wrongs of 2012. A big reason Milan won in 07, remember Milan got to the semis in 06, but they ran into Ronaldinho. And I think that they lost that 1-0 over 2 legs. It was really close. But a big reason why they won in 07 was a big reason why they won in 07 was the heartbreak the disappointment and embarrassment of '05 and that hunger to go through, because Kaka felt that, okay, I'm on a mission. Because Kaka, I'm sure, felt like, if, nah, man, I felt that I'm going to take some responsibility as the star player who didn't react to the Liverpool comeback. So he took some problem on himself. So my thing is that if they win it in '05, I don't think they win in '07 because they don't have the same kind of hunger. But let's just say, for argument's sake, so '05, '07, '03, and then 2014 with things. So that's not 4 UCLs. He'd have an argument. But then you look at Beckenbauer. Beckenbauer has won the World Cup as a manager, and I think he's won the European Cup as a manager as well. So if you to be a GOAT manager, I need an international crown, and I also need the club crown as well. So that's my thing, man. What? Do you think if you go to Nigeria, you will recognize the place? I was in Nigeria. When was I in Nigeria? Like 2 years ago. Or it was about a year. Basically, I was in Nigeria, not this Christmas, but the Christmas before last. I try my best to at least go to Nigeria at least once a year. So it's not always, but at least I try to go to Nigeria at least once a year. So yeah, I know the place, man. I know the place. So, I know it, man. So I recognize it. From the Undisputed Man, thanks for the dub. Undisputed, thanks for the dub. Messi, Dybala, Ocampos, Lautaro, Paredes, Papo Gomez, Lo Celso, Taliafico, with Emi Martinez in goal. Good enough for a major trophy? No. Because those are interesting names that you gave me. But those are just names. And those names can't equate to, oh, these guys cannot say what's up. So let's talk. How do you fit all these names in to the team? How? If you gave me Dybala, Aguero, Di Maria, Messi, oh, that's amazing. But we saw what happened in 2018. And those names were there in 2018. 2014. I think that they do call like Palacios with like a weird ponytail thing in there. The team wasn't that popping off. But Sabaya, who was the manager, created a team ethos. They had a great path, but a team ethos that made them effective. So I think the manager who's the manager again? I think it's Scaloni. I think it's the manager now who used to be a player for them. What is the team ethos? And can you create a team ethos that can be effective over a tournament? Now, they are good enough to win a trophy there if they are managed well. Because Paredes looks really good. He looks really, really good for PSG. Lautaro Martinez, he's there, although he's sort of gone off the ball a bit, but Lautaro Martinez is there. Ocampos, I like Ocampos. I like him. I think he's a useful player. And Dybala didn't even play in 2018. Like, Dybala, it's a very weird thing where, because this guy can be something. Dybala can be something, but for some reason, he's not really popped off. I think, you know what I believe? Ever since that 2017 final, I think Dybala has just gone off the radar. This is what I always said. 2014 was the chance. See, when Argentina failed in 2016, Copa America is over. 2014, That may be your last chance at the World Cup. Okay, Copa America. 2015, it is what it is, penalties. You got to the final again. You got to the final again. And you didn't even have the issue of, and remember, Chile, before 2015, had never won a major trophy. So it's not as if you are facing Brazil or Uruguay. You're facing a team who have never won a major trophy as a country. And their first two major trophies are against yous. After 2016, I was like, they never, these dudes, then they're never winning a major trophy. That was one. After that one, I was like, nah, they're never winning a major trophy, man. Players who never lived up to their potential, maybe the most wasted talent in your opinion. Oh my gosh. How long do you have, bro? How long do you have, bro? I'll give you a few. Tarapt, Adriano, Balotelli, Charisma, Riquelme. See, now there's a difference. So, Riquelme didn't live up to potential. Because I think Riquelme should have done more. Balotelli is wasted talent. Balotelli is the most wasted talent ever, by far. Charisma didn't live up to potential. You know, I don't think he wasted talent. I don't think he ever lived up to potential. You know what? I was never big on Cassano. I was never that big on Cassano. For me, Cassano was always like, he was what it was. People saying Sanchez was what he was. Like, Sanchez has a Copa. What more did you expect from Sanchez? He had a Copa America. You know, like, he led his country to the very first Copa America. Oh yes, Mario Götze, for sure. Mario Götze didn't live up to potential. I don't think he wasted his talent. I think he didn't live up to potential. I mean, you can argue that Cassano, you could say, was wasted talent because he was a bit of a hothead. Splashnet, delete that comment. Splashnet, delete. I don't want to say. I don't want to say that name. Delete that's comment. Joe Cole. The thing about Joe Cole is this. Joe Cole. Joe Cole is both. Joe Cole should have been one of the best players of his generation. In terms of talent, it's amazing. The issue with Joe Cole was he played for the wrong country. Because I was watching the Ravel Morrison interview that he did with Rio Ferdinand. And then Ravel Morrison, he said what I don't know, because Ravel Morrison said that in England, it's a lot of politics. That if in South America, if you're good, you play. But in England, if you're good, you don't necessarily play. It's, do you fit the direct ethos of what we want a player to be, and so forth. So Joe Cole for me is, why is the guy playing out on the left? Why is he playing out on the wing? This guy should be on number 10. This is who you should build your team around, and this should be a guy that makes England a creative, interesting team, as Joe Cole is now the puppeteer and the Geppetto of the whole team, because that is what he was, because nobody in England had his talent. Nobody in England. The closest thing to Joe Cole in terms of a football IQ and technical quality was Scholes. You know, that was the closest thing was to Joe Cole, was Scholes. But Joe Cole, what this guy could do on the ball, his creativity, his ability was insane. Like that goal that he scored in the, the 2010 World Cup or something was insane. So, no, was it the? Sorry, I think it was the 06 World Cup. The 06 World Cup. So yeah, I just think that Joe Cole played for the wrong country. You know, if he was in another country, I think he'd be far more appreciated for sure. All right, where you go? Benjani, Jesus Christ. Um, Del Piero. I told you one of my favorite players, man. I think I bought his jersey when I was young, man. Um, because I wanted to have sideburns like Del Piero. Del Piero is injury, injury. Um, he would have been money for sure. Before he got injured, Del Piero was insane, insane, and was easily one of the best players in the world at the time. He was easily one of the best players in the world, an absolutely insane, amazing player. And that's just what happens. He had a serious injury, was never the same player. You know, because I don't think Italy have had a more talented player than Del Piero. Because Baggio was amazing. Um, Totti was quality, not like Del Piero. Like Del Piero was like, no, this is a guy who can generally be the undisputed best player in the world if he didn't get injured, you know, because his skill level, his ability level was next level. Like you just watch the highlights of the kind of goals he was scoring, how he was beating players, the guy's ball control, his ability was insane. Del Piero's ability was flipped insane. Coutinho, Coutinho is Coutinho. You know, Coutinho I think is it's hard to, I mean it's maybe hard to say that the guy is fraudulent, but he's a slightly fraudulent player. Coutinho is, you can't build your team around Coutinho. Coutinho is a supplementary piece. And a very good supplementary piece. You know? He can come in there, give you that long range goal, do what he can and everything, man. But in terms of somebody who you build your team around, you can rely upon, no. Coutinho is very limited because he does a particular thing. He does it very well, but it's a very particular thing that he does and nothing more. So, another super chat here. So from JJ Jochen, thanks for the dub. If Tevez played ahead of Higuain, Messi has a World Cup. Not as easy as that. It's not as easy as that. Now, Tevez for me, definitely better. I choose Tevez over Higuain. But that World Cup was about Messi showing up. Because Germany were, the only way you're scoring is if that dude shows up. Because we are locking you down here. We are locking your ass down. And you know what we did to Brazil in the semi, so we're coming for this. And we don't give a damn. Because 2014 was supposed to be the rolling out party for Messi. That's what it was. And I was prepared to be like, Maradona, I love you. Ronaldo, I love you. But if Messi wins this walk, if Messi scores the winning goal, does the definitive thing and wins it, it is what it is, man. But Germany were like, we don't give a damn. We don't give a damn about the narrative. Hence why it was so stupid when they gave the best player award to Messi. Because everything, FIFA, everything was built for this to be Messi is now the face of football. That's why the whole thing was, I think that whole best player award was already decided. They were like, okay, you know what? They're going to win the World Cup. He's going to lift the World Cup and he's going to lift the best player award as well. It's going to be the perfect thing. But they ruined it. Germany were like, we don't give a damn about this whole Messi crap fest. We are here to win our World Cup. So after Germany won the World Cup, I was like, the best player should. Nothing needs to either be given to Neuer or Lam. So it has to be someone. It has to be either Neuer or Lam. You can't give it to Messi. I personally would have given it to Robin. Because if you watch that World Cup, and if there's a player who said, "What's up?" it's Robin. But for me, I think what made sense is to give that to Homeboy. Because how do you give it to Messi when he didn't show up in the two most important games? Modric was money in that semi. Modric throughout that World Cup was key for Croatia. Now, he may have had better games, but Modric was very, very crucial all the way through. Messi was a ghost in the semi and the final. A ghost. So how Neuer didn't get that award is insane. But the reason why they didn't give it to them was because they wanted to still create the narrative that, hey, even if Messi didn't win the World Cup, he was still the best player, so he still did it. His thing was like, nah, you can't have that, man. You can't, man. Yes, he was. Throughout the World Cup, Mascherano was Argentina's best player. For sure. 100% he was their best player. Like, without Mascherano, Robin scores that goal. Because Robin was on one. Now, it's a good thing he did score a goal because if Holland gets to the final, I think they lose to Germany, and another final loss would be bad. It would be hard for me to take if seeing Robin lose in another final. But Robin was going to score that goal. But Mascherano was there, and Mascherano was key all the way through because this wasn't the most free-scoring Argentina team. This Argentina team was based on defensive work, and what Mascherano did defensively was key. So for me, he was Argentina's best player throughout the World Cup. You know? What the heck? Who do you think will win the Champions League, bro? That is $1 million question, man. That is $1 million question. I want to see what Bayern look like against Lazio. Because for me, I think let's see all the teams play their knockouts. Let's see what Real Madrid look like. Let's see what shape Real Madrid are in. Let's look at Man City. Because Man City, they look good. They have the pieces ready to do something, but we've been here before. We've been here before several times. And we've now known how the story ends. Is this City team better than the 100-point season? Better than the 98-point season? You know? Because it would have been interesting if City, and they should have beaten Tottenham, they'd have easily beaten Ajax. Who would have won, City or Liverpool, in that 2019 final? That would have been interesting. That 2019 final, it would be interesting who would have won, man. Ichid, what are your thoughts on Oliver Kahn winning the Best Player award at the O2 World Cup ahead of Ronaldo? Kahn carried a piece of crap Germany team to the final, but he made a mistake in the final. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. But I'm not mad at Kahn receiving it. I'm not mad at Kahn receiving it. Because it's like a dud. Because people would say, oh, well, he made a mistake well, he made one mistake though. So if he doesn't make that mistake, Brazil still win 1-0. But it's like he made too many key saves. And that was not that Germany team was road. But as much road that Germany team was, if you look at that O2 final again, Germany played well. Germany played well in that final, and they caused Brazil issues, and they made it difficult for Brazil in that final. But Kahn was key for them. And I do like defensive players getting their recognition. Same thing as well, like it was great that Cannavaro won the award for Italy at the 06 World Cup, man. So even if he made the mistake, I think, yeah, that's fine, man. Um, all right, let's see what he's gonna say. If you could be an assistant to any manager in history, who would it be? An assistant to any manager in history. Would be an assistant to any manager in history. I know it sounds obvious, man, but do you know how fun it would be to be a Mourinho? Because it would be fun. He'd make it so much fun because the amounts of fun you'd have on the sidelines, the amounts of fun that you'll have in training, it'd be amazing. It would be amazing. Let's keep it as like it would be amazing. So for me, being an assistant to Mourinho would be amazing. It'd be interesting being an assistant to actually Pep wouldn't be because you would learn a lot. I think you learn a lot because as much as I criticize Pep and everything, just really being looking at how because I would really like to see and be part of Pep's training regimes and seeing how guys train. That would be amazing. So in terms of keeping the ball, triangles, making intelligence passes, and so forth. So I would love to just really just see, oh wow, so this is how this guy creates what we see on the pitch, and this is just how demanding the training is. And just looking at the technical skill sessions that he employs would be amazing, you know. But I think Mourinho for sure. Like being an assistant Mourinho would be, it'd be way too much fun, man. It'd be way too much fun. Interesting. Thanks for that question. What the? Which quarterfinals or semifinals game do you want to see in the CL this season? Quarter or semis? I want to see Liverpool Bayern. I want to see Bayern against this Liverpool team and see how they match up. You know, City PSG would be cool for sure. City PSG would be really cool. But yeah, but I think no. What I definitely want to see is Bayern. I'll be real with you. I wouldn't mind a even if I wanted to be different teams, I wouldn't mind a rematch of Bayern PSG. I don't mind a rematch of Bayern PSG. Let them go at it again. And this time, I want it to be where Mbappe and Neymar are fully fit. You know, and let's just and let's have that again. That would be fun. But I want to see Bayern Liverpool because I wanted to see how whether Bayern would be able to deal with the Salah and Mane, and how Liverpool would be able to deal with it. But see again, man. Yes, Salah, Mane, and so forth. That defense, I don't think would be able to hold Bayern. So over total legs. See, if Liverpool had Van Dijk, Matip, and everything, that'd be a great game to watch. Without those two, Bayern will outscore them. Liverpool making a few goals, Bayern will outscore them. Bayern would outscore like Kubak and Henderson is not holding the Lewandowski. No, they're not holding Lewandowski, man. That's not happening. So where is it saying, man? Why is it promoting in there? One of your favorite hangouts in recent memory, man. Bro. Like, no, the 8-2. Like, just even last season. No, basically, let's just put them all together. Because we had it crazy. The 8-2, Man City Leon, Liverpool, Barcelona. But it then says to myself that You see, I just wish I knew about doing this live thing earlier. Imagine a post-match hangout of 7-1. Imagine a post-match hangout of 7-1. I would have never turned up for the Real Madrid Juventus, so there's no point in that, man. But that would have been crazy. And I wish I did a post-match hangout of City Tottenham. Because I think, like, obviously throughout the years I've always done the post-match analysis. But the thing about the post-match analysis is that you always have to wait for like a few hours because I try and make it interesting, and I talk for long. Guys, I talk for a long time, so it's going to be like an hour, 40 minutes or something of me talking. But the best thing that happened to this thing was live. Is as soon as the video whistle goes, my reaction live, and we now have an interaction live as it happens, man. I just think that has just been a huge game changer, and I just wish I was doing that earlier. For the games that we go live. So rather than, okay, man, when is he going to... Because remember, people would always say to me, okay, man, when are you going to post? When are you going to post? But I've got to edit it. I've got to render it. It's going to take time to upload. But when it's live, boom, it's there. And you're watching my thing as it's happening, man. So, yeah, man, that's the thing. Yeah. You see, basically, like, imagine the 2012 post-match hangout or the 2006 post-match hangout. Like, that'd have been crazy, or the 2014 World Cup final hangout, man. That'd have been crazy, man. Agent, you're in pretty good shape. Thank you. But always eating, effectively, what's your secret? Genes, man. I just have very lucky genes. Me and my older brother, man. Because I do eat. I do try and eat a bit better now, but I do eat a lot of just like sloppy food and stuff like that. So because I eat all of the sloppy food, I'm like, it is what it is, man. So, what was I going to say? So yeah, it's literally just mine. I'm just lucky. Although the flab is beginning to come in us, I think I need to do it a bit more. So I think I need to do a bit more training and everything, man. But yeah, I'm just genetics, bro. Genetics, man. So it, bro. The Ace 2 hangouts. That has to rank as one of the craziest nights I've had. Because, you see, 7-1 was... Okay, 7-1 was bad. But the thing about 7-1 was... Okay, it was still crazy. Okay, look, 7-1 was crazy. 7-1 was crazy. But the thing about 8-2 was... It's the Messi narrative. It's the Barcelona narrative. And I think it's because it's the Messi thing. It's because of this is Messi, this is Barcelona, and this is what Barcelona have done, their history and everything, And just to get... Because 8-2 is an aggregate score. Most guys, when you say 8-2, like, oh, geez, man, that's bad for 2 legs. This was in 90 minutes. A single game. Lord only knows if they gave Barcelona to Bayern Munich over 2 legs. Look at what PSG did to them at Camp Nou. Imagine if you gave these guys to Bayern Munich over 2 legs. Guys, we're looking at like 11 or 12-3. 11 or 12-3, because I think... Because the thing about Bayern Munich is... And I think it's for German guys. They'll just keep going. Like, they asked Lam that, when you were up like 5-0 at halftime. So when you were up 5-0 at halftime, did you think that because you're in Brazil that you should have maybe stopped scoring to respect? And Lam said that we felt that the only way to respect the opponent is to treat this seriously and so on, to keep going, which he's right. Because I think it would be much more disrespectful if Germany just be like, okay, no, let's just chill and relax with these guys, They're like, no. let's keep on going, man. But it was because you see when Alaba scored, no, when Alaba made the own goal, I was like, okay, we have a game 1-1. Then when it was 2-1, I was like, okay, boom. But when the goals just kept on going through, I was like, oh. Then I think when it went to 4-1, I was like, but then you knew like, okay, maybe 4-2 is very different. 5-1, I was like, oh, 5-1, okay, game is over. Then 6, then 7, then 8. Bro, I mean, that was just, I mean, that was bad, man. That was bad. Where do you rank Diego Simeone as a manager since 2010? So 2014 champions, 2014 CL finalists, 2016 CL finalists. I would still put him just a level below, as of right now, below Pep, Ancelotti, and Mourinho. Yes, Mourinho's doing bad, but overall, he has been below Mourinho because I think he's not won a Champions League. If Simeone wins a Champions League, that greatly boosts him. I think the fact he's not won a Champions League is that, but what he's done for Atletico is huge. It's huge, you know. But you have to look at that Leipzig game because for me, Atletico PSG, that's a game. One off, that's a game. And as happy as it was for Red Bull Leipzig, because hey, wow, it's a great thing for Red Bull Leipzig. We were robbed of what I think would have been a really good semi-final. That would have been a really good semi-final. Atletico PSG, that would have been really, really, really good, you know. But when they lost to Leipzig, like, that didn't make any sense, you know. But again, boom, they have a great opportunity, you know. But I think for Simeone, he will know that this Chelsea team, this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one. But my thing is that I think Simeone and Atletico, they're more focused on La Liga than Champions League. They got Champions League there, but they're like, bro, let's do this. I mean, we are in a great position to win this league. And if he has to make a choice between resting a player for La Liga or for the Champions League, I think he'll rest players for La Liga instead of the Champions League, specifically with the fixture congestion happening. You know, although they're not in the Copa del Rey, which helps. All right. Naren Patel, thank you, bro. I would say that how do I attract certain people? Because I said to myself that, you know, I think it is what Daniel said to me, that it speaks to you and the kind of person you are, that there's just a particular kind of people that you come to the hangout. Because I think the hangouts, it isn't like, okay, well, like the football guys expose. No, there are some genuinely crazy people. Only that, no, this guy is and which is why I think it's what makes the hangouts interesting, because we've got personalities there. Guys that were like, no, this guy is, and look, I'm strange. I don't know, I ain't normal, man. I'm very quirky. But there's some real quirky dudes. Because when BD Call, I was like, because see, BD Call is a very unique guy. I was like, this just, it's interesting, you know? Like Juju, I don't think I've ever, like, Juju Man is a force in and of himself. Do you see? Now it depends how long you've been listening. Do you remember? Oh gosh, what's his name? He was this. I forgot what was his name again. He was obsessed with Nasri. I think he was French or half French, half English, and he was obsessed with Nasri and kept on talking about how amazing Nasri was. Can you remember what his name was? What was his name? He was obsessed with Nasri. He used to be on the Hangout. Can you guys remember his name? This this goes way back. But this is back to the early hangout days, man. Um oh gosh, I've got it on the tip of my tongue. It's like a French kind of name that he had. Um oh, what was this, man? Yeah, I'm Ham. He's a yeah. Just some genuinely strange guys, man. What can I say, man? I can't remember the guy's name, man. Fuck it. Um, thanks for the dub, man. From David Coates, he says, "HH, would you rather be an Atletico Madrid fan in the oh, there's a right answer here. There is a right answer here, and I'll tell you which it is, man. But both are bad. Both are bad. Both are horrible. I would never want to be any of those fans. Considering going in the last minute, 3-0 up, and you see your guys lose on penalties. I would rather be a Milan fan. Because being an Atletico Madrid fan, that is way more painful. Think about it. Milan fan, you've already won the Champions League before. And you knew that you would get a chance because you're Milan and you won it in 2007. But you've seen your team win. Atletico Madrid, you've never won the Champions League. These are your fierce rivals. Your fierce rivals. Who, the big thing is, La Decima, and so forth. You were 30 seconds away. 30 seconds away from beating your sworn local rivals and winning your first Champions League. That's, if I was an Atletico Madrid fan, I'm checking into rehab. That would, I would never recover. I would never recover. Never. That would destroy me. I don't even know. Hence why I had to sort of slowly emotionally detach myself from football because it was becoming bad for my health. Trust me. So if I was an Atletico Madrid, like, that would destroy me. You know, because for the Milan fan is that okay, it's bad because you're like, hey man, 3-0 we've won, or 3-1, 3-2, 3-3. You're like, what the heck? But it's like it's like slow pain. Atletico Madrid is sharp. 1-1. What? 2-1, 3-1. Oh. Yeah, no, it would be worse. Way worse, man. That would just be that would just be bad, man. But people are saying that Milan is worse. I think his point was, which would you rather be? So, if you're a Milan fan, okay, that's hot. It's bad. You've already seen your team win a Champions League, and 2 years later, they won it. For Atletico Madrid, you're like, we don't even know whether we'll be back here ever again. We've never won a Champions League, and it's different. These are our rivals, and guys, think about it. You are 30 seconds away from winning. It was at the 92nd minute. 30 seconds away. All you need to do is just hold on for 30 seconds and you've won. And the dagger upon daggers, way worse. Way worse. Way worse as Atletico Madrid fan. Way worse. Boy, Undisputed, man. Thanks for the dub, man. No, Undisputed. No, don't. You are not the most normal person on the hangers, okay? You do say some strange things, so you are strange as well. Don't sit there say you are not normal, bro. You are not normal. No way. Okay. And yeah, normal is boring, man. Being a Bayern fan in the stadium, that would hurt. That would sting. Being a Bayern fan, it would hurt because you're like, my gosh, in our stadium, and we're better than these guys. Because Bayern fans are like, no, look, we are better than these guys, and we had it won. And okay, they came back. Damn it, we've got a penalty. He missed the penalty. Schweinsteiger misses. But if you're a Bayern fan in that stadium, which which is why they won the treble the next day, because that would have that would have that would have crushed Bayern. Bayern plays for that tonight, it would have been horrible. It would have been absolutely horrible, man. It would have been absolutely horrible, man. It's been tough, man. Prime Undertaker or Kane? Oh, Prime Undertaker, 100%. Kane, because I was watching some wrestling again. Kane had a great look. Undertaker is one of the best characters in wrestling history. Like when we were young, we thought wrestling was real. And when you saw Undertaker, that was the most scariest thing that you'd ever seen. You were genuinely fearful of other wrestlers' lives. But when you saw Undertaker, when we were young, that was an amazing character. No, it was quality, man. Bam, 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 bam. Prediction for City versus Arsenal. Ooh, yeah, that's a Sunday game as well, man. City will win. City will win. And I'm going to say I'll say 2-0. 2-0 to Man City. Reasonably easy dub. Reasonably easy dub one for them, man. But without doubt, the greatest wrestler of all time is The Rock. So that is standard. Actually, I think I'm actually going to do like a wrestling kind of retrospective on my other channel, man. Half episodes. On my other channel, I want to do like just talk about me, because I told you like wrestling was my thing. WWF. I don't know what WWE is. WWF was my thing. I'm just talking about just how what wrestling was and what it is now, because I'm just watching some old videos. I was like, man, wrestling was amazing, man. Wrestling was just so good. It was so good. Abraham Hinnock, thanks for the Abraham Hinnock. Best UCL season 18-19 was mad. I think 18-19 might be it. Like the amounts of but the issue with 18-19 was that the final was horrendous. I would argue, I'd make an argument for 16-17. 16-17, when you look at Juve's run, 16-17, because the thing about 16-17 was, I forgot who Real played in the semis, because it was, at least the first half was a great final in the first half. Miracle at Camp Nou. Juve Barcelona, and what Juve did to Barcelona over those two legs. 16-17 was pretty crazy. 17-18 to an extent, I think 17-18 when you look at Real Madrid's run, who they faced, the final with the whole Salah controversy, the whole Karius thing, Gareth Bale's goal, Liverpool against Roma, where Roma almost came back. 17-18 was actually pretty good as well. But I see people keep saying that I should watch AEW, man, but it ain't the same, man. WCW would have been amazing if Vince McMahon wasn't such a prick. WCW would have been, because WCW was really good. At its height, WCW was really, really good. And I think the issue with wrestling now is, see, people will call me sexist, but who are the biggest stars right now? They're the one woman. And I'm not saying anything like that, but I'm like, it's because even me trying to watch them, like, where are the characters, the storylines? Like, wrestling was amazing because you had amazing characters: Rock, Stone Cold, Mankind, Hogan, Macho Man, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Jake the Snake. These were characters who they're just so well defined and came with their own kind of idiosyncrasies. Now everyone just looks the same, same look, same thing. So all right. Or maybe I'll have about 10 more minutes left now, guys. Wow, we're going for 2.5 hours now. Guys, when we drop it, like, subscribe, like, subscribe, like, subscribe, like, subscribe, like, subscribe. Um, do you think international management would be better for Mourinho? The guy's style of play doesn't suit modern football, who all focus on high pressing. You see, the thing with Mourinho is, isn't this just a case of the players, or this was a wrong fit? I said this from jump. That this is this was a bad marriage. This was a bad marriage of Mourinho and Tottenham, that it was never really going to work. Just keeping the stack, it was never really going to work. This marriage between Mourinho and Homeboy and Tottenham. If Mourinho was manager of PSG, do you think he fails? If you give Juventus to Mourinho and he has the goal scoring talents of Cristiano and he has Dybala's playmaking, you don't think he makes that work? Tottenham, who does he have? Now people say, okay, well, who does he have? But I think you have to look at a team somebody's managing. And I always felt that Tottenham needed to go for someone like a Thomas Tuchel, like a guy who is maybe has a more progressive attacking kind of philosophy to roll with, So that's where I roll, man. It's just for your narrative. Who would you rather have win a World Cup, Messi or Cristiano? Neither, because neither fits my narrative. So I can't choose either of them, because if either of them win the World Cup, it messes with my narrative. So I've got to say neither. They better not, man. Do you think France will get out of the group stage and break the course of the group stage? Yeah, the course of the group stage. My thing is, the course of the group stage. Because it's real. France 98, 02 didn't make it out of the groups. 06 Italy, 2010 didn't make it out of the groups. 2010 Spain, 2014 didn't make it out of the groups. But I would say France will break that course because there's too much talent, specifically young talent. I think the issue with France was the issue with France in '98 was Zidane's injury. That was major. They still should have beaten Senegal and Uruguay without Zidane, but I think the Zidane injury definitely affected them. Italy was arrogance. They kept pretty much the same guys, and I think they had to really bring in some new people. And here's the thing about it is. And I think we see no. The major thing with Italy was Lippi. Tactically, the game had moved on Because 4 years is a long time. 4 years is a really long time in football. And I don't think Lippi was the right man to carry this team in 2010. And for Spain, football had moved on. Football had moved on from the possession style. And I think Xavi was a major, major reason as to why that philosophy was. So without Xavi and with Diego Costa in as a striker, it just wasn't the same. And Holland got that ass, and Holland was just able to get that aspect. So, wow, man. All right, guys. So look, guys, I think that'll be it, man. So, guys, I'll be on Twitch. If you want to see me on Twitch, I'll be on Twitch watching the game Chelsea to Southampton, and I'll probably be on Twitch again watching the Merseyside derby, as well later in the day. So feel free to join me on Twitch. If you want to see my Twitch, head to the website, the official website, click on the Twitch icon and join me on Twitch as I'll be watching that live stream of Chelsea against Southampton. So feel free to join, feel free to join, man. So guys, thanks for the love. Peace out. Stay true, stay real, stay sexy, stay sassy, and I'll see you on the Saturday Hangout, 10 p.m. GMT. One love. Become a Patreon member. Get access to my blog, get access to exclusive videos, and also get access to the podcast of the Saturday and the Sunday Hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfwop to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy HH.